Chapter 7, Lesson 3 is comparing three quantities. So, when we're doing ratios of three things or three items, the process is just the same as comparing two things. So, we can find equivalent or simplified ratios. So, to simplify, we divide. To find the equivalent, we multiply. So, again, the strategy that we used in the last lesson, we should be able to use in this lesson. Now, again, it's important that we know our multiplication table. So, keep practicing your multiplication table. At this point, flashcards are really good practice tool. Okay, so we will begin with pages 130 and 129 and 130. So, these are the pages where I will be getting our exercises. So it says, now looking at 1B, it says express each ratio in its simplest form. So we have three quantities. We have to make sure that a number goes into three of the quantities. So the number that can divide all three would be 5. So if we divide, 5 divided by 5 is 1. 15 divided by 5 is 3, and 20 divided by 5 is 4. Therefore, 5 is to 15 is to 20 is equivalent to 1 is to 3 is to 4. So, similarly, in C, we have to find something that divides all three quantities. The number that divides all three would be 4. So again, if you can't think of the 4 immediately, then start with 2 and then reduce it and then go another 2 after. But again, you should, at this point, you should know already your tables of 4. That's why I said at the beginning of the lesson, we need to know our multiplication tables. So this is divided by 4 is 3. Divided by 4 is 4, and divided by 4 is 7. Okay, so that means 12 is to 16 is to 28 is equivalent to 3 is to 4 is to 7. And finally, if we look at this, working backwards could be a little bit more challenging. So here we have to look at since the last quantity for the first ratio is given, we have to look at the last quantity of the second ratio and see what they did. So this is, since I'm working back, that clearly is a divide. And that's a divide by 5. So again, if you can't do it mentally, you have to write it on the side and start dividing. And that should still give you 5 when you do computationally. So which means here we will divide, and here we will divide as well. So this would have been divided by 5. 100 divided by 5 is 20. And 15 divided by 5 is 3. So the missing items in number 3 would be the 3 and the 20. So again, parents and kids, it's important that we know our multiplication table. We have to practice with our finger counting so that we don't have to keep writing computational stuff on the side. That concludes Lesson 3 of Chapter 7. See you in the next lesson.